the acting Secretary of Navy, who was in an acting position because the last one was fired. Did he resign or get fired today over the handling of the Roosevelt? Do we have clarity? And I know now there's an undersecretary of the Army that is now the new acting Secretary of the Navy. Do you have any clarity on this?
Well, we'll tell you what is being said publicly, at least. Within the last few minutes, we're hearing from the Defense Secretary, Esper, saying that he accepted the resignation of the acting Navy Secretary, Modly, here. But the way this came to be is really, I think, what most Americans are still sort of marinating in, trying to get a better understanding about how this commander of the USS Theodore Roosevelt, who was at sea with 150 plus sailors on his own ship, testing positive for coronavirus. We've now learned that he reportedly has tested positive as well. He's in quarantine in Guam right now, that he raised the red flags. He sent a letter back to Washington. It was leaked out to the San Francisco Chronicle. As a result, you saw that he was fired. It was the Washington Post from David Ignatius that reported that Modly told a colleague, quote, "breaking news, Trump wants him fired." The next day, he was fired. It was after that Modly would go down to Guam. He was overheard on the loudspeaker on the ship telling folks that it was a betrayal of trust, that he was either too naive or too stupid to be their commanding officer. He said he stood by those words the next day. Then the president, Chuck, as you saw, spoke out about it. Next thing you knew, he was out. So you can say he's resigned or whether he was fired. It's clear that the president wasn't satisfied with it. But to give the president credit for saying that he wants to intervene here, I think is premature, given the fact that, at least according to the Washington Post, it was the president himself who wanted Captain Crozier fired in the first place.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Meet the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.